What's up, YouTube? Alright, if y'all watched the earlier video of me diagnosing this 2001 Toyota Sequoia with the misfire, the customer decided to go ahead and do the job, but he only decided to do 4 coils. So I told him what I would do is save 4 of the best coils, and notice, or if you remember in the video we did the diag on, I used 2 of my own coils that I had, which are of a little bit different application. So I'm going to keep my coils and obviously ditch the 2 coils that I pulled out of there, and I'm probably going to save, this one looks original. If you look on here, you can see where they were playing musical coils for a while. I mean, this vehicle does have 370-some thousand miles on it, so I'm sure it's had a few coils and tune-ups over the years. I'm going to save these Denso ones, obviously because they're newer. So the 4 best ones I see, we got 2 Densos right there. We got 1 Denso right there, and I'll just save one of the original coils that are still firing, and we're going to change these 8 spark plugs too. Anyways, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe so I continue to make videos like this to make your life easier. I'm doing this outside. It's a wet, rainy, cold, dreary day, but base space is limited today because we're busy. People trying to get out of town for the holidays. I get it. We're going to do this tune-up outside. Anyways, let's get started. Alright, we're going to do, I always like to start with the harder side first, which this is a pretty easy tune-up, but if you want to call it the hard side. Yeah, I got this little headlamp that keeps on dying on me. I got to get warrantied out. The switch is going bad on it, so it would cut out on me right when I'm doing a video, and I'm trying to give y'all some light. It's kind of overcast out here, so let's see if I can position my flashlight for y'all without blinding me or yourself. It is magnetic, so let's see if we can stick it to this firewall right here. Maybe rest it somewhere. That's a little better. Alright, let's take these 4 10mm bolts out. 3, because if y'all saw my earlier video, all I did was set the coils in there to see if the misfire would go away. I didn't put the other bolts back in. Make sure you don't drop these bolts, because these are kind of hard to dig up in my junk drawer. Either I got a bunch that are too short or a bunch that are too long. It just seems to be in that in-between odd sides that if you lose it, well, that's a junk coil. Go ahead and get rid of that so it doesn't confuse me. Now these Toyota connectors, it's hit or miss with these connectors. Sometimes you can pull the coil, and I don't want to rip those wires out, so let's see. Pull up on this little tab right here with this hook pick. Alright. Now I'm going to save that coil because I know it's firing still. The ones I'm going to reuse are these Densos. Get these hoses out, these evap hoses out of your way. That's why I call this one the hard side, because there's actually some obstacles kind of in your way here. Get up under that lip. Alright. Gonna set that one aside because we're reusing this one. Set it up there on the wiper cowl. I hate not having my headlamp because I want y'all to see what I'm doing. It's kind of dark up under here. Alright. We're gonna save that one too. And this is the one that I borrowed out of my spare parts drawer. Alright, let's set these 2 aside somewhere. Just leave them on the ground right there for now, so I don't have 100 coils in my face. Alright, we're going to grab our long 5/8 spark plug socket. This one has the socket built to the extension and it's magnetic. It'll catch the spark plug counterclockwise. Alright. And it swivels too for stuff like, you know, that. Oh yeah, those have been in there for a while. These plugs are considered good for 100,000 miles, but if you look, if I can show you, what you want to look at is that the electrode. See how worn down that is and how much wider the gap is because the plug's so worn out. Yeah, I'd say these spark plugs definitely got their life. All right. I'm here. No, these are just resistor plugs. So I'm pretty sure these are due like every 30,000 miles. They don't have the iridium plugs. So like some of the newer, yeah, just regular old resistors. There it is in there. If it's an iridium plug, it'll say IR on the plug, not just R. This is a funny angle right here. So we're gonna have to build a better contraption for that one. If I don't drop it first, go with the shorter one. Again, trying to get this light position for y'all. Doing my best I can here. Let's pop that extension off, then pull it out. Alright. Get rid of that. Now just look at your gap to make sure it's not touching, indicating that the plug's been dropped, because these have been pre-gapped. And when you pull them out of the box, they have a little cardboard sleeve. And of course this flashlight is not wanting to cooperate with me. The cardboard sleeve protects that electrode, but you still want to check them. I'm just going to get them all started here. A couple threads. And the fourth one, we're going to go ahead and tighten that one down because we're already on it, and this one requires a short socket. Okay, I'll just run them down just enough to where they bottom out. Grab your little manual ratchet. And just give them a final little snug. And this truck being kind of tall, should have got a stool. That's alright. Just nice and snug. Alright. Now, back to the long extension that makes my life easier. Okay. And if you're at a good enough angle, you can just use your electric ratchet as a regular ratchet. So what I'm going to do over here, I'm just going to put all the new coils on one side, and we'll put the mixed up ones on the other side. That way, if the car comes back with a dead, old dead coil, I'll know this one side's got all the new coils on it. And more than likely, if one's going to fail, it's going to be the older ones that I'm reusing. So we'll only have to deal with one side of the engine. And the hard side has all the new stuff on it. Alright. The one thing about this truck, it's one of the easiest, or one of the easier V8s to tune up. I gotta give it a Toyota, at least they made it easy. Some trucks are a nightmare, like Fords. Expeditions with the 5.4 and the 4.6, and even the newer ones with the V6. I think it's a 3.7 turbo motor. You got to pull the intake to do. You got to pull the intake to do the tune-up. All right, now make sure everything's clicked on. Secure your hoses back if anything popped off. Now, like I said, we're going to use these Denso ones. So, let's go ahead and grab this light, get out of the way. Snap-on comes tomorrow. He better warranty it out for me. That's the second time it's went bad in a year. Obviously they have a problem with those lights. They work great, but this is the second one I've had with the same problem. The switch goes out on them, and I know I can't be the only one experiencing that problem with that light. It's coincidental that I had two go bad in a year. See if I can get this light over here for y'all. There we go. Now this one, you can pull this side, you can pull some of these coils without unplugging them, which are easier to unplug whenever you got them pulled out of the cylinder. Sometimes. All right. What's that curve pick? Surprised these tabs ain't breaking. Probably because there's no heat shield covering these coils up. Usually when you have like the Corollas that use the same style of coil, they have a little cover over the coils. It traps that heat in there and makes these brittle. Okay, so we have 3 Densos, and I'll just randomly pick one. Make sure it has a yeah, mine didn't have the little boot on there to protect from moisture getting in there, so we'll grab that one. Alright, the spark plug socket. Go ahead and reverse that. Alright. Check your plugs. Now, dropping them down in here like that, you're not going to hurt them. I've never bent one just letting them slide down the cylinder. But if you feel uneasy about that, just stick it in your socket and start them. I just show you the way I do it. There's several different ways and methods. Choose your own at your own discretion. Alright. Now I'm going to put one of the Denso ones on the last cylinder because it's newer, and if any of them's going to go bad, it's probably going to be one of these older ones. So we're going to put the newer one on the harder cylinder, even though this side's easier. Alright. We'll put all the Densos on the 3 back ones. Remember, this was the original Denso that's bad. Get that out of your way so you don't mess up. Put the bad coil back on. I'll go ahead and put that one in there. Number 4. Not anymore. Oh, okay. That's out. Not down. I don't remember. Nope. You're not sure? You recheck yourself. Alright, moment of truth. Make sure you get all your tools out of the way. I don't want nothing flying down that fan down there. Let me turn that off. Just gonna set them on the ground by these coils. Alright. Get in here and fire this bad boy up. 300 and whatever thousand miles it had on it. And I got this blue driver, but I'll plug this scanner in because my phone's in the shop. First thing I'm gonna do is turn the key on, engine off. 347,000 miles. Let's see. That's still crazy. That's a lot of miles. These Toyotas are good trucks. This 4.7 is a beast. Even the 5.7s. The only thing I don't like about these engines is they got a timing belt, which takes every bit of 4 hours to replace, even after doing this for over 20 years. And I'm fast. The 5.7s don't have a belt, they have a chain, which that's a lot harder to do, but they last a lot longer. So, fire this bad boy up. Give her a couple throttle snaps. Sounds good to me, other than the squeaking belt that I recommended that they didn't want to do. But I guess almost a $900 tune-up around the holidays. They probably didn't have the money to do the belt. And it's wet out here today too. I'm sure that's not helping. Anyways, let's back up out of this. Let's do a couple key cycles. Because if you're going to have a code come back immediately, it'll do it when you cycle the key a couple times. So let's check for codes. Just under generic OBD2 is fine. Misfire is definitely gone. She's ready for another 100,000 miles. Read codes. No codes. So I'm still going to take it for a good test drive, but I'm not going to record that. I know the misfire is gone. It's not shaking anymore, and the check engine light's not flashing. Hopefully that the catalytic converter code that was there stays gone. If not, I guess they're going to have to choose if they want to do one or not. They have no choice whenever the emissions is due, but they can ride it out till then. So anyways, hope this video has been informative. Y'all have a good day. Please subscribe. Check like down below. Peace out, YouTube.